Okay, so when we left off, by the way, good morning, good afternoon, hello, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, because today for me has been a little weird, up and down, but it's getting better, I guess. Every day it gets a little bit better. So when we left off here, we had a very interesting conversation with Maya, and Maya doesn't really like me or don't want to really harm me. I don't know what's going on. Like, I really didn't understand what she meant. And I was rushing as well, so kind of got like a little snippet of what she meant. But I really think she's saying something's in the house that's going to harm me, and she refuses to tell me what it is because she thinks we're going to talk about her. But I mean, whatever the case may be, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I'm sorry, I feel like I had to burp. And if not, I hope your day just gets a little bit better. Anyways, we decided to wait it out on one of the comfortable couches here. So I guess Maya went up to her room, and we're going to just sit here in the living room and just pray that she doesn't do anything creepy, scare us or something like that. And the volume is turned up very high. So if I scream or something, I do apologize. Just forgive me. I don't do well with scary games. It sure is as comfortable as it looks. You practically sink into the cush leather. Whoa. Haha, I scared myself. Ha 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 ha. Laugh off your fear, Voyia. What was that? It came from the floor somewhere. It sounded like a door opening. Did Maya come back down? Call out to Maya, go and investigate. Ooh, I'm gonna call out to Maya. You call out, but there's no response. Earlier you heard her go upstairs, but you did not hear her return. Oh boy, we're hearing sounds downstairs. I already got chills, y'all. The sound came from near the staircase over here. You distinctly heard the creak from the door opening. This had better not be Maya playing around. So she did say something was wrong with the house, and that's I'm in danger. So I'm wondering what's here in the house that could be trying to harm me. Forgive me, you guys, I'm yawning because I'm cold, not bored or anything. Was this Mrs. Raj? Is this what Mrs. Raj meant when she talked about Maya's behavior? Doesn't look like it. The doors are open down here though for me. There are 3 doors here. The door on the left, the door on the right of the stairs, and there appears to be a door behind the stairs under it. The staircase leads up to another floor, presumably where the bedrooms are. The sound you heard that creaked the door opening came from one of these doors. You're sure of it? Okay, so I'm gonna call to Maya one more time. If she scares me, I will be firm with her. You raise your voice and call her name, but there's no response. You better check the doors. Oh God. Check the left door. It appears to be shut. You should try the door to make sure. It's locked. Okay. So it's not that door. I'm gonna try every other door except for the door under the stairs, because I'm assuming that that's the basement. And she has already told us not to go there. You check the door to the right of the stairs. It's locked. Okay. Check the door under the stairs. Oh my God, that scared me. Oh my God, I can't do it. Like, y'all. I can't do it. Like, it's a rainy night, it's thundering. Like, I can't do this. The door is ajar. This must have been the sound you heard. Though the gap in the doorway, you see only darkness. Why would you get closer? Just close it and walk away. Oh man, they want me to click on it. It scared y'all. It didn't scare me. I want to look at this picture just because. Okay. I forgot the voice I gave Maya, but I'm sure it's going to be like a high-pitched voice. What are you doing? I told you to stay away from the basement. Jeez, you scared the hell out of me? No. Just what do you think you're up to? We'll just say she scared us. I told you to stay away from the basement. Why don't you listen? Why doesn't anyone listen? Stern, look, drop the act. No. Maya, what exactly is going on? Hey, you don't gain anything from doing this. See, I don't know, because if we're stern with her, she might shut down. And it might remind her of her mother, like, oh yeah, we're not going to listen to her. What is that supposed to mean? Are you accusing me of something? I don't know if I chose the right thing. I'm not doing anything. You came down here and opened the door, didn't you? Yes, you are. Your mother warned me. See, look, no. What? I just came downstairs now. I heard you calling me and I came... Sorry, I was going to sneeze. And I came down to see why. And I saw you near the basement door, even though I told you not to go near it, no matter what you hear. Oh, man. Are you saying I opened it? I think you did it. So who opened the door? It wasn't me, okay? If that's what you're saying. You know what? You're all the same. All of you think I'm lying, even my counselor. I bet Ma told you I'm making up stories. She tells that to everyone, even total strangers. But I'm not making up stories. I actually believe her. I don't feel like this kid is lying at all, but I mean, you know, this gonna have to go what the story leads you down. So, but personally, I don't feel like she's lying, and that's a troubling thing, is that a lot of parents don't believe their kids when their kids be telling the truth. I bet she didn't even tell you that the real estate lady told us about this house. Maya, what's really going on? Maya, maybe it's better if you just go up to your room. No, what's really going on? If I tell you, you're just gonna call me a liar and you'll accuse me of stuff I didn't do. So I'm not gonna tell you anything. Do whatever you like. For your own sake. She's literally saying for our own sake. This kid cannot possibly be trying to scare us. But for your own sake, stay away from the basement, no matter what you hear. Alright, I'll bite. What's in the basement? The real estate. Oh my god. Tell you about the house. She just ran away. Great, she's gone upstairs again. This is so not going well. It's really not, and if you think about it, a kid that's just so forceful on a situation. Yes, kids have an overactive imagination. Yes, kids sometimes make up stories to cope with something traumatic in their life or something that they're not agreeing with, something that they don't understand, but it's never to this degree. You're just gonna have to ride it out somehow until her parents get home. She's definitely getting uncomfortable. No wonder Mrs. Raj is stressed about the girl. Children express stress in a varied ways. They create visible playmates and compulsively invent yet intricate fantasies. This is exactly what I was telling you about, but usually morbid, that cushions them from difficult realities, but they don't do this because you move them away from their friends. I've been in a situation as a kid where I was upset that I had to move away from my friends, but I didn't come up with imaginary friends or lies and stuff like that. It just depends on the child, and it's just so much that plays into it. And I hate that her parents are taking the route to not believe her at all, when they should be taking the route to at least listen to her or move her out of the house. If the child has a problem with the house and you think that she may be lying, then present her with an ultimatum like, okay, we will move out of this house, but we're going to stay in this state. We're just going to move to a different house around here. Like, give her that, even if you're not even trying to do it. Like, try to give him that and see how she reacts to that. If she reacts calmly, like, oh, thank you, I'm so happy to get out of this house, clearly there's something wrong with the house. Like, if a kid wanted to go back to the state that you moved her from, then she wouldn't respond like that. Not at all. You've seen this in children who are going through traumatic changes in their life. Sorry for that outside. I kind of live next to the street, you guys. When you try to take away from the comforting alternate realities, they lash out. The poor girl. You better close the door. Not that you're overly alarmed about what Maya said, but the sight of the door opened is a bit creepy. Close that thing completely. There, that's better. Back to the comfortable sofa, staring out into the darkness of the lawn. That does not sound good at all. You'll sit tight till her parents come home. Are we falling asleep? Is that what this is? You fell asleep on a babysitting gig? Oh my God, not again. Really? Again? Come on, this isn't funny anymore. Why would she... Go and investigate again. What the hell is that? Someone crying? It's coming from over there near the stairs. Maya, are you okay? There's no response. It's coming from the door behind the stairs. Maya, if you don't quit now, I'm going to call your mother. Still no response. This is really aggravating. The sound of the weeping is troublesome. The door's open again. The crying is coming from the pitch darkness beyond it. There's no way you're going to open the door. Maya may be in there, ready to spring out and scare you. If that's what you're scared of right now, and you're not up for being jump scared. You don't really want to die of a heart attack on a babysitting gig. That's not what you signed up for. You better shut the door. I guess so. Close the door and go sit back down, I suppose. Phew. The crying has stopped. Wait a second. Stop story, you guys. If you thought that was Maya in there, why would you close her in the darkness? Look, I'm 20. I'm like 27, you guys. I'm old. I'm scared of the dark, and I will admit that. This can't go on. I don't care what anybody says. Like, I'm terrified of the dark. So a child like that, there's got to be some psychological problems with that child if she could sit in the dark that long, because we're sitting here for a minute now. You better put a stop to it now, or she'll keep going at this. She'll keep doing this all night. I'm sorry, guys. Brain don't work sometimes. I can't find my glasses, so we're winging it today. And by the time her parents are back, you would have died in fright. It's probably a good idea to talk to her, confront her. You could wait right here until she comes out of the basement. She can't stay down there forever. Or you can go upstairs and wait for her. I think I'm gonna go upstairs if they give me the option to pick. When she sneaks back up, you could catch her in the act and then talk to her openly about what she's doing and why she's doing it to help the situation. Wait for her to come out of the basement, head upstairs, and wait for her there. I'm gonna wait for her upstairs. Mrs. Raj told you to be gentle but firm. But maybe it's time to focus on the firm a little. Talk directly and firmly to her. Ask her about whatever is bothering her, and maybe she'll need direct talk. Sometimes the best way to address something with children is to get to the heart of the problem. She might open up and would make things easier for her, but it's not going to work that way because it's clearly bothering her. There are 3 doors on the side of the hallway. One of these is probably her room. Maybe you should wait inside her room for her to get back. This is already sounding horrible. I'm sorry, you guys, to stop it right there. Are you trying to Yeah, she is. So I'm going to read this to you guys. I want you to let me know if this sounds like a good idea. Maybe you could wait inside the room for her to get back. That would startle her, even get a kind of a gentle prank back at her. So you are attempting to try to prank this young girl back because she's pranking you. That's never a good idea. Sometimes the best way to get to a child is to listen and get a child to listen is to give them a taste of their own medicine. Yes, this is true, but I mean, hopefully you go at it a better way than what I think you might be doing. You should probably try the door and find out which one is her room. Locked. Okay. Nice room. Okay, nice. This must be it. It's a pretty nice room. She's not here. Of course she is, and she's downstairs, crouched in the basement, perhaps getting ready to make those awful sounds again. Still, you feel a little guilty about being in here. You should. This isn't your room. It is, after all, her bedroom and therefore private. If she doesn't show up in a couple of minutes, you'll leave. Still, it would be good to startle her a little. Illustrate what it's like to get jump scared by someone. Sorry. I am so terribly sorry that I'm messing up today, you guys. Burping and today's just not a good day for me, but I'm trying to give you guys everyday recordings, but sometimes they come out, sometimes they won't. A pretty neat desk for an 11-year-old. It must be where she spends her time studying and reading. There's an open book on the table. Something about the book draws your attention. It's filled with urgent handwriting text. Curiosity grips you, You really shouldn't be here in this room, let alone looking at her desk, but something about the writing, about its manic scrawl. The writing is dated a couple of weeks ago. You feel compelled to take a closer look. So you feel like you need to be snooping. Got it. Thursday the 11th. I thought I said lith. Sorry. I heard it again last night. After both Mom and Dad gone to bed, I was lying in bed, nearly asleep, and I heard the sound of weeping downstairs. I knew what would come next. And sure enough, I heard the faint shuffle of her footsteps. So she thinks it's a woman in the basement. And her footsteps as she made her way up the basement steps and up the stairs. Then she was in the hall outside my room. I heard the squeak from the room door handle. And her parents aren't hearing this? This is the weird part, is that either her parents are ignoring it and thinking it's her, or her parents can't hear it, and that's the scary part. I stay under my blankets, my eyes shut tight. Thank God I locked the door. It has become a compulsive habit and drives Mom and Dad crazy. I'm going around locking every door in the house, maybe from anxiety. After a time, she went away. Friday the 12th. I don't remember if they gave us the actual date of what today is. But if they did, I really don't remember. And I'm sorry, like, if y'all remember, just tell me in the comment section below. At breakfast, I told Ma that I heard the sound again the previous night, the weeping and the footsteps. Ma glared at me. Dad didn't even bother looking up from his plate. Ma said, I want you to stop this, Maya. It's becoming tiresome and annoying. There is no one else in this house but the three of us. What about what the real estate lady told us before we moved here? I blurted. She said, that was a tragic accident but happened in this house many of years ago. It has nothing to do with us. Your obsession and imagining things. Mom was almost in tears. I nearly burst out crying. It wasn't always like this. In our old life, before we moved here 6 months ago, they used to listen to me and take what I said seriously. Now they no longer believe anything I say. Oh, how I hate this house. Oh, poor Maya. But am I going crazy? Is she real? Am I the only one able to see and hear her? I can't, you guys. I cannot. If that's what she looked like, I just can't. I simply can't. I remember when I first encountered the lady in the basement. It was just after we moved in. I'm sorry, my heart's racing after that jump scare. I was alone downstairs. I heard the basement door creak open. I went to check. I went down there and nearly died of terror. I ran upstairs screaming and told Ma and Dad about what I saw. They were alarmed, and Dad searched the basement and then the whole house, but he found nothing. I saw he was in the basement where the old... Y'all, when I tell you it started thundering and I took off running, I broke my back. I think my chair might be broken. I think my neighbors are scared. I don't even know where I left off at. I heard it like ramping up, but I couldn't tell what it was, and that's why I was like stumbling over the last part, and I was looking around at the same time, and then boom, it hit, and then oh my god. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna start right here. We're at but he found nothing. All he saw in the basement were the old packing boxes stored there. Lady in the basement. Who is this? How I remember her when I saw her coming from the basement stairs out to the darkness. I remember a blast of rage. Oh God, she looks so creepy. Ugh. I look. We got to keep going. Another time, a week later, late at night, I heard her weeping downstairs. I ran to Ma and Dad's bedroom and crawled into their bed with them crying. Dad searched the house again. He searched the basement, even though I got hysterical and begged him not to, and he found nothing. This happened a couple of more times. Now they look at me like I'm with concern, not with concern, but with suspicion and even anger. Ma thinks, thanks to the counselor, that I'm having some kind of breakdown brought out by the move across the country and teenage hormones. What kind of counselor is this? Oh my God. It's true that I hate this state. I hate my new school. And most of all, I hate this house. I wish we'd never moved here. But could they all be right? Could it be true that the trauma of change is driving me insane, making me see things? Seated by the awful story the real estate lady told us about what happened in the house all those years ago? Am I going crazy? Some nights I lie in bed, wide awake, waiting for some sound from the basement to start, frozen in terror. You guys, I don't know who gave her this journal. I don't know if it was her mom or the counselor, or maybe, I don't know, she just found a random book and started writing again. But let me tell you, if I saw this in my daughter's thing, if I knew my daughter was having issues like this, and I went in her room and I saw this book and I read this book, I would get my daughter out of that house immediately. There is no way a mother like that should leave their child in a situation like this where they're scared every night. No. Okay. So I'm not the only one who hears and sees her, which means I'm not going crazy, but it also means the situation is dangerous. Yesterday, Ma and Dad attended a party thrown by an old friend of Dad's. I think it was one of those boring adult parties where everyone stands around sipping drinks and talking late into the night. So they hired a sitter, a sweet 22-year-old girl, Nadita. Who goes to the BH college nearby. I really liked her. She was so pretty. I was up here. I'm thinking something bad happened with the young lady. And if so, did she open her mouth and say something to the parent? I'm gonna keep reading. I was up here and it was around 9 when I heard her scream. I ran downstairs and I found her cowering behind the sofa, her face ashen. She was pointing towards the basement door, and I knew at once that Nadina was seeing her too. I asked Nadina what happened. She said that she heard the basement door opening. Then a few moments later, the sound of someone weeping. She thought it was me, and she went to investigate. She opened the basement door wide, and then she... Hey, what do you think you're doing here? We're stopping it right there, you guys. I cannot. There's only so much of this I can take. This is about it right here. Thank you so much for vibing with me. I hope you guys had a fantastic day. If not, I hope your days gets a little better. Remember, we're spreading positive vibes. Remember to do something nice for someone. Say something nice to someone. Love and positivity, you guys. We are spreading it everywhere. I will see all of you in the next video. Bye.